And among the recommendations is the creation of shelters throughout the country to house the children, one of which would go in Albany.
That's right. Our Brandon Lewis has the story tonight. Brandon, why is Albany in the running? And more importantly, does it look like this is even going to happen?
Well, Cody, at this point, those involved in helping the children say Albany made the list because we have large amounts of available commercial and residential real estate. We're also a community generally that welcomes immigrants, but we are missing one major component that could put Albany out of the running.
The Kenwood Academy campus in Albany's South End, with its 73 acres of land, sits unused since its days as a convent and school. Its existing buildings and infrastructure could be appealing as a future shelter for undocumented children caught crossing the border.
Some of the considerations would be proximity to an airport, proximity to federal immigration court. A welcoming community would certainly be of interest. And the staffing for any facility would be bilingual.
Albany meets most of the criteria. It already helps settle immigrants approved by the State Department. But the Kenwood campus lacks important access to immigration court for undocumented children. Blake says the nearest would be Buffalo or New York City. Plus, they need trained pro bono attorneys to represent them.
We can't imagine that, an 8-year-old, a 12-year-old would attend an immigration court hearing on their own to present their case.
At a federal level, President Obama is pushing Congress to approve emergency reform. Some opponents argue it doesn't do enough to stop the flow of children, while proponents say it's a humanitarian issue that must be handled.
Once we meet the emergency needs, of course, let's look at the policy and see what can be put in place to, make sure that children are protected, but also that our border can function effectively.
Now, the Albany site is considered as a long-term humanitarian solution. The White House estimates 90,000 children will try to cross the border this year. Last year, 2,000 were returned. Live in studio, Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.